You will develop long-term patience on semen retention. This is very, very important, guys. See, when it comes down to long-term investments, as far as reaching long-term goals, like trying to get that degree, within that 4 years or within that 12 years or how long it takes to get that degree or to get that business off the ground. No, you're going to need that long-term patience. This is very, very important because so many guys have short-term patience. No, because you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. And when you look for a get-rich-quick scheme, you think it's all about the money. My purpose is not all about the money. It's about helping you guys out and loving what I am doing. And the money I will attract that in my universe. See, you start to attract money when you have long-term patience and you're doing things for the right reasons. When you really truly tap into your purpose. See, a lot of you guys, y'all doing things because you think it's going to make you a lot of money, but it's really not your purpose and you end up miserable. This is why you got to be careful what you wish for. And this is why it's good to be on semen retention, because semen retention will eventually tap you in to your true divine purpose. For the majority of guys, I'm not saying all guys, but for a lot of guys, you're going to tap into your true divine purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because you go from within. You start thinking from within. You're not looking for purpose from without. You're looking from it from within. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of guys that find their purpose, they end up becoming content creators. It's crazy, man. But they end up becoming either content creators online or just creators in general. We are put on this earth to create, guys. But this is what happens, man, when you get on semen retention. I remember, guys, when I did not have long-term patience. I just did not have long-term patience, man. I was just looking any, kind of way to make quick buck. I thought that, man, maybe if I save from this job, I might get, the money that I want, from this regular job. But nah, man. You got to really truly tap into your purpose. You know what I'm saying? And something that's going to generate some money. You know what I'm saying? Long term. But guys, man, patience is very, very key. Patience is very, very important when you are on your purpose. And plus, you're going to have that patience because you're going to love what you are doing. If you don't have long-term patience when it comes down to achieving your goals, maybe that's not really, a long-term goal, or maybe that's not really your purpose, guys. Maybe you think that's something that's going to just generate you a lot of money. But guys, man, you need patience in order to achieve what you want in this realm. A lot of guys, they don't have that long-term patience. And they just end up doing so many different things, quitting job after job after job after job, and they just never find their true divine purpose. But guys, on semen retention, it gives you a total different mindset. You really start thinking long-term about things, and you ready to go for it because you have that patience. And I have that humbleness, man. I'm more humble on semen retention. The more energy I have, the higher my frequency is. The higher my, my spiritual mindset becomes. Man, I have more patience and I am more calm. Excuse me, guys. I am more chill. But this is the point that I'm trying to make, guys. Patience is very, very important. This is why a lot of you guys do not reach your goals. This is why a lot of you guys end up wasting so much time doing things that you're going to end up quitting. Because number one, it's not your purpose. And number two, you don't have long-term patience. You need long-term patience to elevate. Elevation takes long-term patience. If you want to do something big, not something small. You want to do something big, something long-term. You need that patience. A lot of you guys don't have it. This is why I tell you guys to tap in to semen retention. Because semen retention is going to clear out that brain fog that's in your brain. It's going to clear out the depression. It's going to clear out the low vibration. It's going to clear out the short-term thinking. It's going to clear out, oh, I'm only doing this just for money. You're going to be doing it because it's, you know, it's in you to do it. When you do something because it's naturally in you to do it, and you love what you are doing, like I said, it's not all about the money. You have that long-term patience to draw money. See, money is going to become a magnet in your universe. You know, you're going to start to attract money when you get on semen retention. You're not going to really be trying to chase it. You're going to be attracting it in your life. You know, all you got to do is just step into your purpose and prepare yourself. And, you know, like I said, you're going to reap the fruits of your labor. You know, I want you guys to have patience. There's so many guys, man, you have short-term patience. This is why you can never achieve nothing. This is why you start something, but you don't get to where you want to be at. You don't become successful with it. Because you don't really have that long-term patience. You just end up quitting it. And you end up wasting so much time, so much energy, guys. I want you guys to go within and find your true purpose so you can have that patience. Because it's a different feeling. You have a different mindset when you're doing something because of the money. Just the money, and you doing something because you love what you are doing. And you are attracting the money. So when you chasing the money and you don't have that patience and the right amount of money don't come when you want it to come, you're going to quit. I'm telling you, you're going to quit every single time, whatever you are doing. And you know what you just did? Wasted energy. Wasted your time. But on the opposite, on the other hand, when you're doing something because you love it, and it's not about just all the money. Of course, you want to be rewarded, but it's not all about just the money. You're going to be rewarded long-term, way more money than you can ever imagine. You know, your success is going to become limitless. You know, your potential become limitless when you get on semen retention and you truly tap into your purpose. I want you guys to develop that patience. You know, when you're not on semen, a lot of guys that's not on semen, the majority of them, they do not have long-term patience at all. This is why so many of these guys going from job to job, trying so many different things out, you know, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that, and doing all this different stuff, and they end up quitting it because it end up, you know, taking a toll on them. It end up stressing them out because it's truly not their divine purpose. Truly not their real purpose. They're just only tapping into it because of money. But God, man, I want you guys to attract money because you have that patience. Like I told you guys, man, yeah, you must put in the work. We know that. You got to put in the work. You got to have the discipline. Don't forget that because that's very important too. They are discipline, consistency, patience, you know, manifest it. All this stuff plays a part and it goes together. And you got to have that all in within you, in your mindset. You got to have all of that, guys. And like I told you, man, trust me. I have the page. Why you think I continue to keep uploading videos? No, it's been 2 years. I'm still uploading videos. I haven't did a whole year without uploading a video. I haven't even done 2 months without uploading a video. You know why? Because I have that long-term discipline. I have that long-term patience. I know my time is coming. I don't know when it's going to come, but I know it's going to come in due time. All I got to do is stick to it long-term, and everything will manifest on my free will. You know, like I said, it's not all about just the money. You know, I love what I'm doing. You know, I love helping you guys out. I love teaching you guys about different stuff because a lot of you guys, you know, you listen to the women and stuff like that type of stuff, which is good. Me warning you about women, but you need to learn other stuff too. No, the channel is not all about women, but it's about helping you elevate. Because I want you guys to have a better life. Some of you guys are, you know, you guys are stuck. Some of you guys are lost. You're still thinking about your ex, still thinking about, you know, women and all that stuff, but you're not where you want to be in life. You must stick to something that you truly enjoy. But first you got to find out what you truly enjoy and then stick to it. And then eventually it'll monetize itself because you have that long-term patience. It's so many guys, man, out here miss their blessing because of short-term patience. They don't have that long-term patience. You must have long-term patience in order for you to reap the fruits of your labor. To gain massive success, you must have that long-term patience. And semen retention will help you with that so much. You're not going to be just like a, oh, I'm going to try this one time, and then if it don't take off, I'm going to just leave it alone. No, you're not going to have that mindset. You're going to just keep trying. You're going to just keep putting out videos, keep putting out content. Or you're going to just keep going for that degree. You're going to just keep going to school for years to get that degree. Or you're going to keep going at that business, for years just to get it off the ground. Nothing happens, without discipline, consistency, effort, and patience. You need that patience, man. I'm just telling you guys about long-term patience because it's very, very important. Just like when it comes down to the stock market and stuff like that. You got to have some patience, man, if you want to see the stocks, your stocks increase over the time. Yeah, you can tap into a stock. Somebody can, give you some insight and then it can go up, quicker than what you thought it would. But like I said, man, when it comes down to certain stocks and real estate, especially real estate, you got to have some patience, man. Especially when it comes down to flipping houses. Excuse me, you're not going to just come up so quick. You must grind it out. You must have long-term patience to achieve what you want to achieve. I know you guys can do it. You just got to tap in, man. You just got to believe it.